If your community is interested in the no-cost opportunity of becoming more pedestrian and bike-friendly, applications are made available at www.healthysd.gov. In local news, Brookings County Commissioners have approved the expansion of the Brookings County Detention Center. The project is estimated to cost $11 million. The next step is bond approval. We're going to take another quick break, but keep watching as we'll look at the Collegian's top stories for the week with China Stevens and Mackenzie Huber, along with other stories. Stay tuned. Students at SDSU are about to see some major improvements to facilities on campus, with the Wellness Center being the first. Dylan Munson has a story. Sexual Assault Awareness Week is to teach students and faculty here at South Dakota State University about what can happen and is also happening around them. Jax News' Taylor Vogley gives us a look. Today, social media surrounds our everyday lives. Ramsey looks into the most used social media platforms and what makes each of them significant to individuals. And now, Jax News' China Stevens is here with the editor-in-chief, Mackenzie Huber, who will tell us about this week's issue of the Collegian. China? After 15 years at the helm of SDSU Journalism Department, Mary Arnold is stepping down as department head. Ian Tyson looks back at the legacy she is leaving behind.
Well, thanks, Sophia. I don't know, I'm looking forward to having that first thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And the nice weather. But we're going to take another quick break.
But we'll be right back to catch up on SDSU sports with Andrew Pepping and Little International report from Chloe Park.
You know, Shania, the weapons that they made kind of remind me of Viking weapons. And you know what Vikings had?
What was it?
They had beards.
Oh, speaking of beards, school may be winding down. Wow, there's some big games coming up for both women and men.
Very big games, USD rivals. And that's all for this week's edition of Jack's Weekly Report.
Join us next week for more on Jack's Weekly News. Once again, I'm Shanya Burt.
And I'm Dylan Munson from all of us at Jax News. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the fall on Jack's Weekly Report.
Are being set up currently to help traffic adjust to the new traffic pattern. This is the office of the Students Association here at South Dakota State University. At the SA, they promote leadership for students and give a voice for all students with a variety of committees. This is the Collegian, an independent student-run newspaper that reports South Dakota State University news. Students can work as editors, reporters, and columnists for the Collegian and give the voice for the students on campus. Alan Jackson will be coming to the Swiftel Center in Brookings, South Dakota on August 4th. The project gives students unique city planning outside of the classroom. The South Dakota Department of Health is teaming up with SDSU landscape architecture students to conduct active transportation assessments for one local community. This past Monday, the City of Crooks held a public meeting where SDSU landscape architecture students gave a presentation to the council members and residents of the city to promote active transportation.
We launched this technical assistance program a few years ago with the help of Professor Berger. It was his concept, his idea, and so we've been in 6 communities now over the last 5 years, working with these individual communities on just that. It's how can we design their communities, retrofit, how can we enhance what they already have to increase walkability.
The student's professor, Don Berger, came up with the collaboration 6 years ago after giving his own presentation on walkability.
I had seen kind of other outreach type activities occur at other institutions in other states, and I said, well, why don't we kind of do a design workshop or design charrette where we go into a community, we evaluate the community, and then the students work on recommendations, and they thought that was a great idea.
The project gives students unique city planning outside of the classroom.
This was a team project, and because of that, we all split up the task of doing this enormous project, really, and that went from actually coming out to the City of Crooks and assessing it ourselves, doing the inventory and analysis, and then coming up, doing the research, how do city plazas and walkability work in other cities, and really just trying to implement that in Crooks' own unique way.
After receiving further comments, the students will finalize their assessments on various elements such as buffer zones, sidewalks, and street aesthetics. Final recommendations will be given to the public, including the Crooks City Mayor and School Board on Thursday, April 27th at 6 p.m. A new President's Home is currently under construction as an additional part of the SDSU Foundation's new Alumni Green project and will become the new home for SDSU President Barry Dunn and his family. Not only will the home be implemented for residential use, President and CEO of the SDSU Foundation, Steve Erpenbach, states that the new space will also host various events.
So the President's Home is about 11,000 square feet, that it has 4 bedrooms and on a second floor, and entertainment space for about 35 people for a sit-down dinner and probably 70 or so for a reception. It's really set up for there's almost kind of a private side where the president and family can have some privacy, and then event space on half of it, and is really designed for really the entertaining and the hospitality expectation that a president of a university has.
The previous President's Home, known as Woodbine Cottage, will now primarily be used as a guest house for those visiting SDSU. The foundation is also giving SDSU alumni a chance to become involved in the entire project.
One of the things we did to give people a chance to get involved is outside there will be these brass plaques on these great big monuments that people can sponsor for $1,000, and they can put their name or whatever message they would like on it. It'll be there forever, and their $1,000 goes to help with the construction of the project. So that's been a popular way for people to be involved with the Alumni Green, and at the same, and in the President's Home, to build it, but at the same time have their name or a message there permanently that they can come back and visit, and people can see that they were a part of this exciting project.
The President's Home is set to finish construction by June of this year. The SDSU Foundation has set an opening dedication ceremony for both the Alumni Green and President's Home on September 15th of this year and welcomes all those interested to attend. Reporting for Jax News, this is Shanya Burt.